Well, finally I get to talk about opinion things. I've been absolutely dying to do this. First off, as I said earlier, huge expectations for anything involving the Alien franchise. Just because so wonderful movies. I mean, maybe I only think that because I grew up on them, but still. And this game really lives up to that expectation. Fantastically so. It's challenging, it's just dripping with wonderfully appropriate art. The card names are fantastic. I mean, they reference the movies constantly, quoting and visuals, and just it's about as immersive as you could get from this sort of format. It really is. And just as a game in general, it wonderfully improves upon the original Legendary game. The inclusion of possibilities like an alien player coming into play, the ability to add a trader mechanic, the ramped up difficulty level, it just fantastic improvements. Now there's some changes that I kind of go back and forth on whether or not I consider them good. In this one, it is much harder to get cards out of your deck. I mean, in the entire game that you witnessed most of, we each got to remove one card from our deck. One. The entire game. And believe me, we were not passing up opportunities to do so. So, there's definitely less deck shaping going on, and much more just building, assembling a giant pile and hoping you can run it effectively. But the game does tend to play fast enough that you don't end up with, 4-foot piles like you could in something like, say, Dominion. Camera Wife is famous for the bloat deck of doom. 200 plus cards of shuffling insanity.
Don't have to shuffle all that often when you get
No, you really don't when you have a 200 card deck and you're drawing 5 cards a turn. Anyway, I've found this to be immensely satisfying. Another big thing they corrected was saving money on the insert. As you can see, just plain old cardboard over here, and in exchange you get this amazing rubber play mat included in the box. It is so cool. I love this thing. It comes right straight in the box. No extra purchase required. It comes in this little tube slot thingy there. Just wonderful. I am so glad that they decided to save money on the insert and put it into something like this. This is just, it improves the experience wonderfully. I mean, how often do you really think about your insert beyond, when the game isn't being played? This is for when the game is being played. And that... Okay.
I said the cards don't slide around as easily as they do on the board in Legendary.
And that's great because we use these little crummy penny sleeves specifically because they make shuffling easier because they're really slippery. So you can get your deck shuffled really fast. And so that's just fantastic. I love it. It's got, in the rulebook here, setup instructions for playing... Where are they? Setup instructions for playing all 4 Alien movies. You can mix and match to your heart's content. That you can even, if you so choose, work in, superheroes. You can actually make your HQ out of Legendary characters if you want to. You can have Wolverine fighting the aliens, or...
Nice.
Yeah, it's very cool. There's some stuff from this game that you can't use effectively in Legendary, but I'm pretty sure just about everything in Legendary you can use in this game. So, there's definite cross-compatibility there, which is always really nice. The symbols and stuff are all compatible. It just, oh my goodness, the Queen. And she was just a mean one, too. She was a nasty surprise for us when she came out. She took the entire HQ, put it into the captive pile in operations, which we already had a decently sized pile of people, and declared she cannot be killed while there's any captives in there. So we had to get every single card out of there and then deal with her, which just, it was fun, it was surprising because it was different than the other bosses.
It was suspenseful.
Yeah, definitely. Finding her was a challenge. The monsters are getting harder and harder. Ooh, it just fantastic stuff. I mean, there are certainly some issues to it. The inability to cull your deck at all can lead to some very frustrating turns, where several turns in a row you're sitting there just drawing your stupid starting cards and not really accomplishing anything, and just, it's irritating. But it's few and far between for the most part, so not a deal breaker to my mind. One definite thing to keep in mind is there's some reasonably graphic cards in here. You know, you've got some stuff that's definitely less than appropriate for children, I would say. So while Legendary would certainly be accessible for kids or young adults or what have you, this you're going to have to use your own value judgment on. There we go, massive blow. A little bit of a lobotomy there, which is always fun. So, you know, you may have to use your best judgment on that. Yeah, all in all though, I'm fantastically satisfied with this. I want to say it's around $40-45 at the moment on most, you know, OLGSs and the like. I think MSRP is $60. I would definitely consider it a fantastic bang for your buck, you know. Give it a try at the very least if you like what you saw at all. Until next time, get off your computer, play some more games.